To the Mountain Home Kitchen, usually the White House. We are going to make Shaster. I need milk. Hello, up close and personal. I need milk. So we're gonna grab some. I'm not sure if it's still working. So let's go see. Do we have milk? We have milk. Okay, we got it up close and personal in the fridge. Trying out a new way to film for y'all. Okay, so I need this for our cheese sauce. We have ground beef going over here. It will be done probably here soon, and then I will dump our taco seasoning in it. We're gonna have nachos. I like some good cheese sauce. I always use the scale, so you can see here I have our normal old for Mario Brothers. There we go. I have an alarm set to remind me to do stuff. Anyhow, I use the Great Value White American most of the time in singles. The reason I don't typically get it from the deli, love the deli White American. I like this as like a base creamy cheese, but it goes bad faster, so maybe it has less preservatives in it, which could be good. So we have about 4.5 ounces. Now we want some other cheese. I like to do a couple of cheeses for flavor. So if you like pepper jack, you could add some pepper jack cheese. I like to do about a 3-to-1. You can do a 4-to-1, depending upon the flavors you like. I'm going to clear this out. I want about 2 ounces of a different cheese or flavored cheese, and you can mix and match. We have a local place that I like to get some cheeses. There's one in particular, there's two. There's a roasted garlic, that is a really good cheddar. And then there's like a ranch green onion cheese that I also like to get for flavor. So, and I love cheese, so I'm not real discriminatory on which one I'm using unless it's blue and moldy, and that's the one I don't really use. If you're wondering why I'm cutting on plates, it's because your weird friend right here, captions are ungenerated, FYI. I say weird stuff, but I don't always say what they say that I say. Your weird friend is a germaphobe, and there's a wooden cutting board over there. I don't know what's been on it and how sanitary it is, so we're using plates that were dishwashered last night. Okay, so here's our trashiness. There's a trash can over here. Okay. These are our toppings. I will start cutting those up here in a second. This needs to go back in the fridge. We're gonna lay it right there. I'm gonna rinse my hand off. I'm gonna go stir that, then we're gonna come back and do 3.5 ounces of milk. Now, you can see that I'm using a lactose-free milk because I have issues, but you can also see that the cheese I'm using is not lactose-free. I swear cheese doesn't bother me, but it could be all in my head. Ice cream sure enough does. So we're gonna use this real quick. I have 2.22 ounces of our white cheddar and 4.5 of our white American. That helps me think. Words are hard. Which means I probably need closer to 4 to 4.5 ounces of this. So I like to do a little more than half of the weight of the cheese in ounces of milk, because I want it to be pourable. I go a little bit more than half, otherwise you'll have a really thick cheese sauce. We got 4.3, I can always add more cheese to thicken it up. 4.37, another refrigerator item there. We're gonna be good to go. Now you can add peppers, you can add seasonings, anything you wanna flavor this up with. Sometimes I like to add garlic and 3 onion seasoning for more flavor. There's a button over here to turn this on with. Now I'm not going to give you all the sound, but this dial goes from smoothie to grind to alternative milk to heated wash, which we'll do when we're done, and poured out. And then it has soup, jam, sauce, and heated puree, and it comes with an awesome book that gives you recipes and tells you how to do all the things. I have made a peanut butter on the grind setting before. I have also made a jam or a jelly with the jam. I make sauce all the time, and that's what I use for the cheese sauce. And then the soup, I have also done a potato soup in it. I'm trying to think if I've used all the functions. I have done smoothie and puree. I use the smoothie on my cheesecake oats. And what else? Let's get this rattling into it. So here's our new 9x13 pan that you can get now if you, as a sign-on bonus, if you sign up to be a consultant. It's the really pretty Brilliance blue, and then it's got a non-stick coating-ish on the inside. We're gonna do our nachos in here. I saw some pink, so I don't think this is 100% ready. I'll let y'all go here in just a minute or few. Just the normal taco mix situation. Now, I say normal since we're here and not at home. I don't have my garlic or garlic and herb rub or the onion that I typically add to that. But it'll be alright. We'll get that out of the way. I'm just going to cut up our green onion because we love to have that on our nachos. Let me get all the tops off. Here we go. This is my trash can. Okay. And then I'm just going to give them a little, it's a little harder to not have, so on hindsight, I should have brought my cutting board, or at least one. I love a dishwasher safe cutting board for your friend the germaphobe. Excuse me, I belch, because I do that a lot too, especially when I have milk. Okay, so I'm just cutting these up, and then I'll use our tomato knife. I brought our chef knife and the tomato knife to help me here, because I might be a little bit picky on some knife situations. Having traveled to some Airbnb that don't always have the best tools, and I do not blame them for that. So here we are, scratchy sounds. We'll move it out the way. And I do actually really like to cut these on a napkin to help absorb the wetness. Now I'm getting ready to go check out taco meat, because I feel like I could probably go ahead and add my seasoning. Tomato knife actually really cuts very well. I do love a cup slicer situation with some tomatoes because I'm lazy and it makes it go a lot faster. If you have the closing cut, you could also cut all of your tomatoes in there and then use that chef knife to cut them all in half. I like to usually slice them up for nachos, so I would use the cup slicer most of the time, especially if you don't have a squishy cherry tomato. Okay, we got all the butts out of the way. We're going to go back over here and add our taco seasoning. I think we're good. Oh yeah, we're getting some sticking situation now. I do always buy very lean beef. Well, I say always for anything I'm going to be doing in a skillet, because I am 100% lazy when it comes to draining said oily goodness. Speaking of lazy, as you can see, I'm using the pouch for my water because I don't like to do dishes. We'll see if that's enough. I often wing it on the water situations, but I want to be able to scrape it all up. So I usually just add a pouch or just enough, not to super, make it all wet goodness. And that was exactly 1 pound of beef, because I looked through all the beef packets at the store. Whew, it's getting warm in here. So I get wearing a sweater, y'all. Okay, word for the live I want to tell you is nacho, because that's what we're making, and I'm not the most creative when it comes to such things, because words are hard sometimes. Unless I have a minute to think about it and I'm writing something up. So, our meats, I'm gonna be continuing to cook a little bit over here. I'm gonna turn it down a little so it just so sizzle simmers. I'm not used to electric either. I very much love gas cooking or propane. So I'll let y'all go. Remember, message me the word nacho to be entered into this month's giveaway, even if you're not catching it during the live stream. If you're catching a replay, feel free to let me know you're catching a replay so I know when to best serve y'all with timing. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday and your week is off to a great start. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what it holds from here, but we'll do something. But that's pretty much it for today. Just message me the word nacho, because we're gonna have some nachos. I did forget to get mild sauce, so I won't have my shizzle drizzle of our beautiful mild sauce coloring. But we'll have our green onions, we'll top with tomatoes, some cheese, which I need to get going because I don't want that to be cold by the time that gets done. And then we'll drizzle the cheese and we'll have a beautiful, I'll try to remember and take a picture of our pan of chippy nacho goodness. I'll let y'all go. Thanks so much for tuning in. Remember,